then the only thing that will be relevant is that civilization which treats freedom or liberation as the highest goal. As we go, as technologies evolve, our survival becomes easier and easier. The aspiration will be freedom.
We've obviously, one of the days I spent some time with my father and I was joking with him. He's about 81. And I just happened to read a little bit of the Gita and I came back home and I was like, I said, we've all been reading the wrong stuff growing up. Because we all read, as if, he was born just before a partition happened, migrated to Mumbai. And then, we've all grown up what we've been taught in schools, which is more like what the British left us as part of that. And then today, when we are making the Ramayana and we're talking about so many other aspects.
No, British did not leave us.
Yeah. They
took us.
They made sure that they left their belief behind it.
They took us.
And that is where I found that, it's always troubles me, this question that why have we accepted that over what we believe is so fundamental?
Now you're trying to get me into political quagmire.
Okay, no, that's not… Why are we not teaching Ramayana in our schools versus what we currently…
It's being taught in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, I was just going to say that Saudi Arabia is…
But it is… we are a secular country, so we cannot teach Ramayana. It's history, it's not religion. Ramayana is not religion, Ramayana is history.
That is what I'm saying, but we're learning British history and what they did to us. We learn Mughal history, but we're not learning our own, the origination of where we all come from. I'm asking the teacher, why are we not… why are our children not learning the real truth?
Well, our children are learning something about it, but we must understand that our whole idea of progress, our whole idea of development, our whole idea of what is modern is so twisted. How is going to heaven a modern idea? That's considered modern, all right? Most modern idea is to live here in absolute freedom. Hello? But that is the most ancient idea of this civilization. But we've made that mistake and corrections are happening. Hope movies like this also change the popular perception, because it's very important. Because how many people will read Ramayana? How many people will read history beyond the silly little history book that they read when they were in school? How many people, not even 1 or 2% of the world's population reads history beyond high school. So, what is printed in the school textbook is the only history that 99% of the population knows. So, because of that it's happened, but changing the school textbook is a very political issue, you can't change it just like that. But I think in the last 5–10 years, lot more has happened than what's not happened in the last 50–60 years' time.
And this is a personal question, but I've sort of had a life of reasonable success. Started out in a little garage in Mumbai with an Apple computer, and then we've gone on to become the world's biggest visual effects and animation company in a career spanning 30 years. Grew up with a lot of Western influence and Indian belief systems. So I think I had an interesting childhood growing up. So as part of that whole journey, what I learned was that in 30 years of my career, everything that I've ever done, I've had an interesting learning that I feel like because of everything I did, it's almost like I've felt like all the things I learned, every step I took, the experiences I had in the West, when I encountered… racism is a mild word, that happened in the UK, happened in the US. And we've obviously emerged beyond that. So, I feel good about that, because in hindsight, when it was happening, it wasn't great. And then on the personal side, I have my kids, one who are called Raghav and Ragveer, which is completely something that I'd never even thought of bringing Ramayana to life. So I was just trying to understand that, on one hand, I feel 30 years of my career is sort of prepped me to make a film on the Ramayana, which I don't believe if I was a 20-year-old, I would do justice to it because of the sanctity and the complexity it has. On the other hand, I have something in my own family, in my own personal life, which is directly speaks to my own kids being named Ram and as Raghav and Raghuveer as an example. So I'm asking Sadhguru, how would you explain that to me? Like, how does that happen? Like, why me? Like, how did I get to do this? I don't have the answer to that. I'm trying to find that answer. That how did that happen?
See, don't try to look for mystical reasons. For simple realities, this should have happened long time ago. Because we've been so brainwashed or hypnotized that in these 80 years or nearly 80 years, we've not produced a movie of some substance on Rama, Krishna, Shiva, we've not done this.
Yeah.
Those who attempted it were very rudimentary efforts that were done, but still those things had such a massive impact. When Mahabharata was going on the television, the streets of India would be empty, total, complete, no people on the street. It had such a grip, that is a level of aspiration that is there, but unfortunately we've left them unfulfilled. And don't try to find some grand reasons, because grand reasons will bomb. It is sensible that somebody thinks that it is needed and you start doing it. It's great, that's important. There is no… This is the whole thing about this civilization, there's no God-given reason. Your life is your karma. There is dharma and there is karma. Dharma means that which liberates you. Karma means that which entangles you. Now the whole endeavor is how to perform karma in such a way that it is liberating. This is Rama's life. Make that yours. Don't entangle yourself. Some divine calling came, no. Some sense arose within you, I'm glad. Let that sense prevail. And let your karma become a liberating force, not an entangling force. Because if you say some other force, it'll become entangling. This is your karma, this is what Rama is trying to, manifest. That, see, it is through activity of the mind, emotion, energy and physical body that people get entangled with life. Using that activity, which is karma, to liberate ourselves is what Rama's life is about. Performing karma in such a way, it's liberating. Ravana also is performing karma and is more accomplished, but he gets all entangled. Rama performs the same karma of battle, of pursuit, of administration and many other things, politics and whatever, but his karma liberates him. May your karma liberate you, don't get entangled in all kinds of fancy ideas.
Thank you. I'll remember that. So in terms of, there's a lot of Indians who've also accomplished a lot in the West, in really becoming part of that culture, because as Indians, one of the things we all know, we are very adaptable and we are able to take and accept a lot of change very proactively. And I feel like when we bring Ramayana to the world, when we bring it to, before we take it to, let's say, the rest of the world, at least the Indian origin people in all the different parts of the world, which is a lot of them, who've somewhat been further away from India for them, maybe 30, 40, 50 years, who've now got kids there, who sort of grow up as either Americans or British or whatever. How do we try and communicate the essence of why Ramayana will be relevant to them and to their children, and how do we get them to take a little bit of pride in, as the more I've interacted, I've always found them to be not dismissive, that would be a strong word, but a bit aloof. Like they've sort of kind of distance themselves and we are not Indian anymore. Like, you know, like if there's it's a fun conversation in the UK that there's an India and England match going on, cricket match, and some of my friends and their children are like, who would you support? Obviously, me and my kid would say India.
America doesn't have a cricket…
I'm saying UK.
No, I'm saying America doesn't have a cricket team, fortunately, and they may have.
They may have one soon. So, you know, the thing is that you sort of have that dichotomy, and, you know, because it feels so alien, like, Raman. And one of my attempts has been to try and make it feel more universal rather than, you know, because it gets shrouded in that.
See, let's understand this. There's no dichotomy in this. There was a time, 250, 300 years ago, every one of them in Europe and UK, there was no America at that time, the way it is today, every one of them wanted to come to India. Why? Whether a Vasco da Gama or a Columbus or 100 other expeditions which drowned in the oceans, everyone wanted to come to India. Why do you think? Because it was a success story. You must understand, whatever your culture, whatever your tradition, whatever great things you have, your literature or music or whatever, nothing will fly unless you're a success story. We were the biggest success story in the world. We were the largest economy in the world. Over 30% of the world's exports went from India. So when that was a thing, everybody wanted to come here. But for whatever reasons, I don't like to blame anybody, for whatever reasons, for our own inadequacies, something, we allowed other people to destroy us. I don't say they destroyed us, I say we allowed them to destroy us. Now it is time that we build back that success story, which we are making a serious effort now. There are many impediments, many challenges, but we will rise, because one problem with India is, it's full of genius, but not enough organization. There's too much individual genius, everybody is a genius, but you can't organize them. So right now our effort is to organize them so that this genius finds expression in a successful manner. Wherever Indians go, they're super successful. What is it that they happen to them?
Have you ever felt like your own mind is working against you? Days that start with a fog of confusion and end in mental fatigue. Your thoughts scattered, your focus fleeting, your inner world a storm of noise. We live in an age of information, yet feel a deep lack of clarity. We chase endless stimulation, yet lose our connection to our own innate intelligence. But what if I told you there's a path? A way to unlock the full potential of your mind, to cultivate sharpness, and to find profound inner stillness without retreating from the world. Thousands around the world have walked this path, guided by the timeless science of yoga. Many started exactly where you are, feeling mentally stuck, overwhelmed, and searching for a way to expand their own capabilities. They believed their intelligence was a fixed trait, a limit they could never surpass. And yet, they discovered within themselves a capacity for growth they never imagined was possible.
Shambhavi Mudra.
Like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, eating disorders, and many of these kinds, which are all essentially generated from within. All these things can be quelled from within if only we are willing to pay a certain level of attention to the innermost dimension of who we are. Inner engineering is a powerful process of approaching the inner core of who you are in a scientific manner, and this is definitely a way to create a healthful life.
Now, that same transformative power is available to you right here, right now, through the profound wisdom shared by Sábio. The journey begins with a simple, yet revolutionary understanding. Your brain is not a static object. It is alive, dynamic, and capable of remarkable growth. Recent scientific studies are only now beginning to confirm what the yogic tradition has known for millennia. Through dedicated and precise practices, you can literally grow your brain, enhancing its function and expanding your intellectual and perceptual abilities. Imagine a daily practice, just 21 minutes of your time, being the catalyst for a monumental shift. Within just a few months, this small commitment can bring about a significant improvement in your mental clarity, your sharpness of thought, and your overall intelligence.
So something that I particularly noticed is how comfortable I am within myself. My insecurities seem to have reduced a lot. My relationship with others also had improved significantly. I think I became more inclusive than what I was before.
Up until Shambhavi in January 2021, I've just been living with pain in the body. The first result I'd like to point out about Shambhavi Kriya is that it's had a tremendous effect on my physical well-being. Somehow, some way, I don't know the science behind it, but it's keeping me free of pain. Being able to sit without noticing my body for long periods of time, that has just had tremendous impact on my mental and emotional stability.
Took inner engineering. Like I said, this is a
This is not a mystical promise. It is a tangible, verifiable outcome of applying a powerful inner technology. The yogic sciences offer a direct method to engineer your interiority, to cultivate a mind that is not a source of turmoil, but a brilliant instrument of perception. At the heart of this transformation lies a practice of immense power and antiquity, Surya Kriya. While many are familiar with Surya Namaskar, which is a beautiful salutation to the sun, Surya Kriya operates on a much deeper, more fundamental level. It is not merely a physical exercise or a gesture of reverence. It is a potent spiritual process designed to activate the inner sun. What does this mean? Within your own system lies a reflection of the grand cosmos. The sun, the source of all life and energy on this planet, has a correspondent within you, the solar plexus or Manipura chakra. Surya Kriya is a meticulous and powerful practice that systematically awakens this inner solar energy.
Shambhavi Mahamudra, just a simple practice for 21 minutes increases brain function and neuronal regeneration. This means as you grow old, you will become more intelligent. Usually young people think you're getting stupid. Yes, your brain is actually growing, you understand? It's getting better by the day. Now there is scientific evidence. We always knew this, but today a meter has to say it. If a man says it, it's not true. If a man says it, it's doubtful. But a meter has to say it, now the meters are saying it. The meters are saying your brain is actually growing by doing a simple 21-minute practice. And you don't believe the meter, you just do the practice for 3 months and see, you will see how clear and how smart your mind is suddenly. Surya Kriya is a powerful process of activating the sun within you. When I say activating the sun within you, sun is in every aspect of whatever you see on this planet. Fundamentally, it is a solar energy which is driving life on this planet. So when we do Surya Kriya, we want to generate that energy within the system. There is a cousin to Surya Kriya, which is a Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar is a kind of practice that evolved out of Surya Kriya. Surya Namaskar is largely a way of saluting the sun, but Surya Kriya has more spiritual intentions. Surya Kriya has more powerful connotations attached to it.
When this inner sun is ignited, it brings a profound balance to your entire system. It stabilizes your body, calms your mind, and aligns your energies, creating the perfect foundation for life to blossom within you. Unlike Surya Namaskar, which is about paying homage, Surya Kriya is about internalizing and embodying that solar power. It is a way to generate a stable, lasting source of energy and light from within, sustaining and nourishing every aspect of your being. This awakening of inner energy is the key to unlocking your true potential. When your system is balanced and energized, your mind naturally becomes clear and incisive. The fog lifts, the mental chatter subsides, and you are left with a profound sense of presence and capability. This is the state where intelligence is not just about processing information, but about profound perception and insight. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, Sadhguru reminds us of a fundamental truth that underpins this entire journey. The grace of yoga is always present.
The grace of yoga is always upon you. Just keep yourself open. Keeping yourself open means keep your normal concerns aside. Who is thinking what about you, what is happening, what is not happening for you, just leave that aside. You're breathing, you're alive, this is the greatest thing. Become available to the grace of yoga. This will become a fantastic thing. It's not far away, it's within you.
It is a boundless, ever-available force, like the very air we breathe. It is not something we must earn or strive for in a desperate chase. Our only task is to make ourselves available to it, to become open and receptive. This requires a conscious decision to set aside the burdens we carry, our worries about what others think, our anxieties about the world around us, the endless loops of our own thoughts. It means cultivating a state of simple, willing openness. The Academy is an online platform designed to guide you on a journey of balance and self-transformation. Inside, you'll find exclusive video lessons and teachings inspired by Sadhguru, one of the world's most respected masters of yoga, meditation, and conscious living. You'll discover how to quiet the mind and awaken your inner energy, how to nourish your body with awareness and vitality, and how to bring spirituality into your daily life, even amidst the noise of the city. These teachings have already transformed millions of lives across the planet. Entrepreneurs, artists, parents, professionals, ordinary people who rediscovered the joy of simply being. Because yoga is not just exercise, it's a science of inner alignment. When practiced consciously, it reorganizes your body, mind, and energy. For less than $20 per month, you'll have unlimited access to all content inside the online Yoga Academy. You'll receive yoga practices for beginners and intermediates, guided meditations to calm the mind, teachings about healthy eating and conscious living. New exclusive lessons added every month. You can watch anytime, anywhere, at your own rhythm, in your own space. No rush, no pressure, only presence. Maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for, a gentle reminder that it's time to take care of yourself, to turn inward, to reconnect with the essence of who you truly are. Click the link in the description of this video or visit our channel's homepage and join the online Yoga Academy Wise Guru today. We're available only 100 vacancies, and the first 10 people to sign up will win 3 ebooks from Sadhguru. So register now by clicking on the link that is in the description of this video.